The stars of the 1950s, such as Elizabeth Taylor, Jack Lemmon, Audrey Humphrey, William Holden, and Humphrey Bogart, all opened the doors to a new type of entertainment. As movies and music got popular, so did the stars. They influenced and continue to influence pop cultures way past their time. In this next scene, in the Philadelphia story, James Stewart plays an ex-husband who goes back and complicates the wedding plans of his previous wife.
You can't marry that guy.
George, I'm going to. Why not?
Well, I don't know. I thought I'd be for it at first, but you just don't seem to match up.
Then the fault's with me.
Well, maybe so, but all the same, now, you can't do it.
No?
No.
Come around about noon tomorrow. I mean today. Snob.
Say, what do you mean, snob?
You're the worst kind there is, an intellectual snob. You made up your mind awfully young, it seems to me.
Well, 30's about time to make up your mind. And I'm nothing of the sort, not Mr. Connor.
The time to make up your mind about people is never. Yes, you are. And a complete one.
You're quite a girl, aren't you?
You think?
Yeah, I know.
Thank you, Professor. I don't think I'm exceptional.
You are, then.
I know any number like me. You ought to get around more.
Not in the upper class? No, thank you.
You're just a mass of prejudices, aren't you? You're so much thought and so little feeling, Professor.
Oh, I am I?
Yes, you am, are you? Your intolerance infuriates me. I should think that of all people, a writer would need tolerance. The fact is, you can't be a first-rate writer or a first-rate human being until you've learned to have some small regard for human Aren't the geraniums pretty, Professor? Is it not a handsome day that begins, Professor?
All right, lay off that professor.
Yes, Professor.
Now you've got all the arrogance of your class, all right, haven't you?
What have classes to do with it? What do they matter except for the people in them? George comes from the so-called lower class, Dexter from the upper. Well, Mac the night watchman is a prince among men. Uncle Willie is a pincher. Upper and lower, my eye. I'll take the lower, thanks.
If you can't get a drawing room.
What do you mean by that?
My mistake.
Decidedly, you're insulting.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't apologize.
Well, who's apologizing?
I never knew such a man.
You wouldn't be likely to, dear, not from where you sit.
Talk about arrogance.
Tracy,
What do you want?
you're wonderful.
Oh,
There's a magnificence in you, Tracy.
now, I'm getting self-conscious. It's funny, Mike, that's...
Yeah?
I don't know. Go up, I guess. It's late.
A magnificence that comes out of your eyes and your voice and the way you stand there and the way you walk. You're lit from within, Tracy. You've got fires banked down in you. Hearth fires and holocausts.
I don't seem to be made of bronze.
No, you're made out of flesh and blood. That's the blank, unholy surprise of it. Why, you're the golden girl, Tracy. Full of life and warmth and delight. Oh, what goes on? You got tears in your eyes.
Shut up. Oh, Mike, keep talking, talk, will you?
No, I've stopped.
Why? Has your mind taken hold again, dear Professor?
Well, good thing, don't you agree?
No, Professor.
All right, lay off that professor stuff now. Do you hear me?
Yes, Professor.
It's really all I am to you, is it?
Of course, Professor.
Are you sure?
Why, yes, of course.
My name is James Stewart. I am 34 years old and I am from Indiana, Pennsylvania. I'm the lead role in It's a Wonderful Life, the Philadelphia story, and Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Tell me a little more about yourself, sir.
Well, for me, ever since a kid, I've been fascinated with airplanes. Airplanes, I used to play with the models after school. I used to study about airplanes. I just love airplanes so much. So, growing up, I wanted to be a pilot. But my dad was a worker in a shop, so really I didn't have much of a career. So when I had the option to go to Princeton, my parents wouldn't let me turn it down. So I went to Princeton, and that's where I really got into acting. So there, acting became a really big passion of mine. We used to just do plays all the time for the school, and it got really, really popular to a point where I got offers from Universal Players. There I started my acting career, but I still had a big passion for airplanes. So whenever World War II came around, there was a draft, and I got drafted. So I took on that opportunity, and I became a pilot for the United States Air Force.
How did your war experiences affect you?
Well, you know, they really kind of opened up my eyes to what was really out there. All this bloodshed and this fighting. You know, I was really against it, but yet I still wanted to serve my country. And it was kind of just a different experience seeing how other people lived compared to how we live here in the United States. Like I get the chance to do something I love over here, and lots of those people don't get to do anything, you know. So after I went to Vietnam, I came back, and really my career was on the decline. I started doing shows with Broadway. I was in a couple more little movies and stuff, but really I was just trying to have more time for myself. My life had been so busy up to this point until I went and I retired in Florida, where I stay with my family right now, and we're having a great time just relaxing and enjoying retirement. Learning how to sing at church, Elvis Presley uses his talents to innovate the way people sing and dance and perform on stage.
Jail. The prison band was there and they began to wail. The band was jumping and the drum began to swing. You should have heard the knocked out jailbird sing. Let it rock. Everybody let it rock. Everybody in the wholesale block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Spider Murphy played his tenor saxophone. Little Joe was blowing on the slide trombone. The drummer boy from Illinois would crash, boom, bang. The whole rhythm section was a purple gang. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the wholesale block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Number 47 said to number 3, you the cutest jailbird I ever did see. I sure would be delighted with your company. Come on and do the jailhouse rock with me. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the wholesale block was dancing to the jailhouse rock, 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 rock. Sad sack was sitting on a block of stone. We're over in the corner weeping all alone. The warden said, hey buddy, don't you be no square. You can't find a partner, use a wooden chair. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the wholesale block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Shifter Henry said the books for heaven's sake. No one's looking out a chance to make a break. Roger turned to Shifter and he said, Nix, Nix, I wanna stick around, I wanna get my kicks. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the wholesale block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. 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 Dancing to the jailhouse rock.
Tupelo, Mississippi in 1935. And at the age of 13, I moved to Memphis, Tennessee. That's where my singing career really started. Yeah. So after I met Sam Phillips, we recorded an album. You know, it went pretty good. This is this, you know. I kind of took to like the country music a little more. That's how I started my music career.
So, Mr. Presley, can you talk about your recent success and how you've been taking it?
So recently, I just started filming. I was in my first movie recently. It was a big success. Also, my song "Hound Dog," I'm pretty sure you heard of it, right?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, it was a top 20 in the billboards, and I also came out with Jailhouse Break. Excuse me.
You good.
Yeah. So it's been going pretty good, you know.
So how have
It's
you
about
been?
Graceland.
So how have you been taking on the success? Being on the spotlight all the time.
I mean, the fans can get a bit crazy sometimes at the concerts. You know, I always have all these ladies around me. Yeah.
So Elvis, before you part ways with us, can you show us some of your awesome dance moves you have?
Of course, man. Of course. Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe used her looks as a focal point in her acting and singing career. She is considered one of the biggest icons in American history.
Didn't you just love the picture? I did. But I just felt so sorry for the creature. At the end.
Sorry for the creature? Why'd you want him to marry the girl?
He was kind of scary looking, but he wasn't really all bad. I think he just craved a little affection. You know, a sense of being loved and needed and wanted.
That's a very interesting point of view.
Oh, do you feel the breeze from the subway? Isn't it delicious?
Sort of cool the ankles,
Can
doesn't
you
it?
please tell us a little about yourself and what you do?
So, I am considered one of the bigger sex icons for the 1950s. I also play a lot of dumb blonde roles, but I promise I'm not actually that dumb. So, when I was younger, I was in a lot of orphanages, and I kind of was passed around to foster homes, and it caused me to get married at the age of 16, but I worked in a factory as part of the war effort to kind of just help produce things for the war and help, get things done. So, while I was working in the factory, I met a photographer, which led me to become successful in pinup modeling, which proceeded for me to get roles in short films, and that's when I started performing, technically, in movies called Don't Bother to Knock. So after I filmed my movie, How to Marry a Millionaire, there was another movie contract that I wasn't too sure about because I wasn't making as much as all the other actors. After I got suspended from making more movies, after I refused to make another movie because I wasn't getting paid as much as the other actors, after my suspension was over, I had made the movie The 7-Year Itch, which was the last movie I made because I was battling with substance abuse, depression, and anxiety, so now I'm just retired and not married, but enjoying life.
John Wayne was the lead actor in many Western films throughout the 1960s. He represented Western traits, values, and beliefs throughout this era.
And any man that doesn't want to cooperate, I'll make him wish he hadn't been born.
LaBeef, you get crossways of me and you'll think 1,000 of brick have fell on you.
Stealing sugar like a kid. Well, they whip kids to teach them better.
They what?
Laredo, Teeler, climb to that wagon wheel.
No.
Well, here's my word. Get the hell off my spread. Now. We'll all calm down.
Boss, he's just a little excited.
I know. I'm gonna use good judgment. I haven't lost my temper in 40 years. But Pilgrim, you caused a lot of trouble this morning. Might have got somebody killed. And somebody ought to belt you in the mouth. But I won't. The hell I won't.
Nobody. And nobody run in here either, huh?
Chance?
I'm not gonna hurt him. Get up. I don't hold jail against you. I hate a liar. Get down off them horses. I don't favor looking up to the likes of you.
I'll count 3. And if you're not out of the house by then, I'll loose the dogs on you.
If you say 3, mister, you'll never hear the man count 10.
No hard feelings.
The hell there ain't. Cherry was right. You're soft. You should have let him kill me, 'cause I'm gonna kill you. I'll catch up with you. I don't know when, but I'll catch up. Every time you turn around, expect to see me. There's one time you'll turn around and I'll be there. I'll kill you, Matt.
Well, son, since you haven't learned to respect your elders, it's time you learn to respect your betters. You can call me father, you can call me Jacob, you can call me Jake, you can call me a dirty son of a bitch. But if you ever call me daddy again, I'll finish this fight.
You goddamn mean dirty son of a bitch!
I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son.
Now you understand. Anything goes wrong, anything at all. Your fault, my fault, nobody's fault. It don't matter. I'm gonna blow your head off. It's as simple as that.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
The men are beat. They've had a pretty tough day. I think in all
I'll
fairness.
do the thinking. Keep him going. You want that gun? Pick it up. I wish you would. There'll be no locks or bolts between us, Mary Kate, except those in your own mercenary little heart. You hurt?
No.
That's for risking my grandson's life. You do that again and I'll break every bone in your body.
Guard, give me a rifle.
What is this?
You can't learn the easy way, you'll learn the hard way. I'd make a thrust.
What, without a scabbard?
You heard me.
You mean this way?
Yeah, like this. You get the idea? Corman! Go on. You try to cut that rope.
No, you got me scared. You do it. You better marry that girl, Matt.
Yeah, I think I... When are you gonna stop telling people what to do?
All right, Buster, what do you do?
Howdy there, folks. My name is Duke, otherwise known as John Wayne the movie star. I was born in Winchester, Iowa, May 26, 1907. At the age of 7, my dad got a job at a pharmacy down in California, so that's where me and my family moved. Growing up, there was only 2 things that I did: work and play football. I brought my high school team all the way to the state championship. I applied to go play for Navy, but they declined me, so I had to go play for USC, where I met the coach, Howard Jones. Now, our coach, Howard, has some really good connections around the area, and he's the one that got me my first movie gig. I was just a little credit, like a little side role in one of the movies, Bardley's The Magnificent. Someone had owed him a favor, and so some of us from the football team got to go play in that movie. Now, how my career took off was really by luck. I got picked up by one of the directors as I was moving furniture for one of the studios. Now, one of the things they were focusing on is my name, though. At first, they wanted to call me Duke James, but that just didn't ring a bell. And then the next one was Anthony James, based off of a Confederate general, but they thought it sounded too Italian. So we settled on the name John Wayne. The first big movie I did was The Big Trial, and it was successful. That really was what started my entire movie career. Now, one of the things I really do remember, though, is the first colored movie. Those things are really sweet. It was called Shepherd of Hill. Then continuing on my career, my favorite part of my entire career is winning that Oscar for True Grit. What a great film. Now in my downtime, when I'm not acting, when I'm not out there grinding, I'm just like a normal person. I like to read. Some of my favorite artists are Charles Dickens and Arthur Conan Doyle. Also, I own a yacht, which is a little extravagant, but I love it so much. I go down to Panama all the time, and I actually purchased an island down there. Now, to the public, I represent the America. when America is like the wild, wild west. And I really, really embrace that role, and I want to do everything I can to embrace the role of being America. And I'm just so excited that I've had this opportunity and to go on this ride throughout my entire life. And as life just slows down, I just hope my reputation stays good and the same throughout everything. I'm thankful. The 1950s was a pivotal time in American society. Change was being brought about. They changed the way they talked, they changed the way they dressed, and they changed the way they acted towards one another. Without them, America would never be the same. These legends of yesterday are helping shape the stars of tomorrow.